I have no fear of death. You know, I'm quite prepared to stand my ground in front of these people. You'll have to kill me to get me to comply. But it's those in fear behind that who will see that and they will, oh, gee, I don't want it to happen to me, so I'll comply. That's the problem, is the sleeping masses that are dragging us into it. I mean, the only option we've got here at the moment is to push back by removing our support from these people, which I think would be beneficial. What if this is just a test? What if this is just the exam before you go on to the main event? You know what I mean? I mean, why would you be so terrified of leaving this slavery system that you will do anything? You'll become more and more and more and more of a slave just to avoid that which is inevitable. You came here to die. That's what you're going to do. That's a given, you know? So why are you going to go out of your way to avoid that? And you will let yourself be repressed and turned into something that is not even you anymore out of your fear of facing that which comes after. It's ridiculous. No, I'm not going along with it. I'm not doing it. I won't be going and jumping in your cage. Do you intend to kill me now? Because I'm not going with you. What are you going to do? You're going to escalate it to the point that you kill me? Might as well get it done now. You know, I don't like violence, but I have no problem with counter-violence. You know, but I'm simply not going to go with you. That's not what I came here to do. As I've been saying to people, to walk the path of the warrior, to be able to face infinity without flinching, that's what this is about. We've been given the opportunity to do that now. You know, how much are you prepared to let yourself be squashed and your consciousness crushed and your whole spirit disenabled and pushed into a box in order to avoid that which is inevitable? You know, you're going to live your life as a slave in order to avoid death. And you can't kill me. You might be able to kill this vessel that I inhabit for this brief temporary experience, but you can't kill me. I have no fear of that. I'm not going to do whatever you want me to do and allow you to get my soul and my consciousness and put it in a mainframe and keep it here and control it. I'm not your toy. I'm not your experiment. I'm not your little insect that you want to observe. You know, I'm spirit. I'm everything that is and everybody that is. And that's what everybody is. So this is a choice that we've got. You know, do you want to live your life in fear, or are you just going to stand up for yourself? Stand up and be proud of what you are and be willing to face infinity without flinching. That's what it's all about. That's what you came here to do. You don't go along with any of this stuff. You know, it's all about fear and it's all about control. Forget about wealth. Forget about politics. Forget about all that sort of stuff. It's just control. They want control. They want control of you. They want control of your soul. They want control of your essence. Don't give to them.
If you have a relationship with how people see you, if you have a relationship with avoiding hassle and avoiding facing up to authority at any price, then you're not going to come through this with your self-respect and your sanity intact, because you're going to conceding those things to how people see you or what you think the consequences are of holding your ground. But if your relationship is with the truth, then none of those things matter. Your relationship is with the truth. So what is true, how things are, is the relationship you have. So in that situation, you are going to speak what you consider to be the truth, and everything else is irrelevant, because your relationship's with the truth, not with how people see you or what authority might do. So this, I would suggest, is the perceptual arena, the backbone arena on which we can build this new world, on a relationship with the truth that will not compromise on that one smear. And this new consciousness, this emerging consciousness, it's about a transformation in the way we see the world. And this is the awakening new normal that will in the end change everything and bring the great reset normal down like a stack of cards eventually. What do I mean by a transformation in the way we see the world? Well, it's really a transformation in the way we see ourselves. Ask most people who they are if you meet, and they'll give you their name, probably their job, their location where they were born, their nationality, but they are not the I. They're not the eternal I. They are the experiences, brief experiences, that the eternal I is having in a stunningly brief experience called human. And that human experience is merely to experience a tiny band of frequency, ridiculously tiny, which we interact with via the human body. And when we leave the human body, what leaves the human body is the consciousness that's had that experience.
We need to love this world into a state of love. There is no other way of doing it. And what is love? People think love is weak. It's not weak. It's the ultimate power. It will not walk backwards in the face of anything that it believes is right. And love is not always about lovey-dovey stuff. Love is also about putting yourself on the line, speaking your truth, standing up against oppression because you believe that what you're doing is right and serving the greater good. That's also love, even though you might lose your temper here and there. The reason you're doing it is because of love, because you want this world so badly to be what it can be. I'll fricking get there with you. I'll get there fricking with you. I'm not going until this change, this transformation is over. I've invested too much of my life in this.